and this would be something that I would have enjoyed doing. But how many years have I gone by that I couldn't?
So we started our day by going off to Hollywood Studios. Now, we were at Hollywood Studios for one purpose and one purpose only, and that was to say goodbye to Muppet Vision 3D. We've been going here many times, and we've always enjoyed seeing the Muppet Vision. But things change, and this ride is going to be decommissioned or moved or something. There's a lot of rumors around it. I don't claim to know them all, but we wanted to have one last time to see the Muppet Vision. And here we are in front of Miss Piggy. Once we got into Muppet Vision, it's really important to show you that they treated us really, really well. We got into a line. We weren't given any kind of preferential treatment, but we were taken to a special loading area. But otherwise, we had to wait in line with everybody else. They let us in first, and then we had to park over on the side and then walk a short distance. Now, if you've ever heard our story, you know that Heather can walk. She just can't walk very far. But this distance from where they had us park the scooter to our seats was completely manageable. And of course, we took advantage, being right in the front row. We picked and chose dead center. Here's a view of the theater. Obviously, we could not film the show, but you can look around a little bit, get a little idea of how big it is. Up in the upper right-hand side was where the two old men sat, and generally we just waited while the rest of the theater filled up. Once the show was over, that was it. We walked back to our scooter, and it was no problem. Again, not a long distance to go. We rolled right on out of there. The scooter did fine. Likes hard surfaces a little better, but it did great. We then went ahead, exited, left Hollywood Studios, changed clothes, hit the room, and then we were back at it, headed to Epcot.
And that is literally how simple it is to get onto the scooter, or sorry, get onto the Skyliner with our scooter. You just fold it up, roll it on.
And watch
That's
people
it.
look at you like, where'd you get that? Or the guy that we were talking to was like, I've never seen that. What do you do? We're gonna have to put you in the handicap cabin.
No, we didn't.
No?
We were able to just roll it right on. So enjoy this this view of
As we
Epcot.
fly to France. We are really rocking.
The camera stabilization will not allow you to feel how much this is moving.
Believe it or not, this is one of my favorite parts of riding the Skyliner. I love the charge station.
All right, so after we had our adventure on the Skyliner and we were able to get the scooter on and off, we had a great day in Epcot. We've just put a few scenes here. We visit the Butterfly Garden, the land, some of our other favorite places to go. also had a bite to eat, and by that point, it was time to call it a day. So we took the Skyliner back and we went through Riviera, someplace that we hadn't really gone, but this time we were able to do it differently.
See, here's the thing. This is nice. And this would be something that I would have enjoyed doing. But how many years have I gone by that I could?
I mean, just walking along like this, rolling along.
No. And it's not the way I would prefer to do it, but at least I can do it. You know,
Yeah.
go outside.
This is one of those times I think we should talk about the irony of where we are at the moment. We are riding around, well, I'm riding around here walking, but here we are basically on the back side of Caribbean Beach headed towards Riviera. And Caribbean is our favorite of the resorts at Disney. We've stayed here for years. And in all these years, we have never been pixie dusted to get a room that had a water view. So this was a unique situation in that we finally have this beautiful view, and under different circumstances in different times we could have walked all the way around, but in the here and now one of us is walking and the other one of us is rolling around. There's a lot of regret about it because I wish I could do this in a different way where I wasn't rolling through here and I was out walking and getting exercise and doing the things that I used to be able to do. But sometimes you can't control that. But it's just ironic, I think, that the time that we finally get this water view and we're so close to Riviera that we're not even using our same path that we used to get to the Skyliner. We finally get this kind of view and I can't walk it. I can't ground my feet to this this pavement, and instead they're grounded to the bottom of the floor of the scooter. So I think it's an interesting thing. But then this whole trip, I think there's been a lot of irony in this trip. Like I was telling you earlier, when we were at Muppet Vision, and you know this, I never wear 3D glasses in any 3D attraction because they drive my eyes crazy. Today, I wore the glasses all the way through Muppet Vision. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it worked out. But I think this is just one of those things where, I've told you before, there's always going to be regret that we didn't do the things that we could do when we could do them because we had no idea what was coming. And I think that's the same thing with anything. You don't ever know what's down the road. But I'm incredibly thankful that we have Roxy to help me to still be able to go and do the things that we love. And this time, seeing it in a different way. I mean, off to my right, there's a man-made beach. I'm not going to go riding through the sand, but earlier today, when the wind was blowing so bad, that sand was going everywhere. We've never seen it in all of these years that we've stayed here. So it's almost like having Roxy in this situation has opened up a new way and a new path. And it's just proof that life rolls on. But I will say, I'm not going to name any names, but to the person that pixie dusted us and gave us this view in this room, as opposed to whatever we were supposed to have, thank you.
Well, I don't need the candy or the sugar cane. You're the sweetest thing that I've ever seen. You could take the money and the diamond rings, 'cause I know without you they don't mean a thing. That's right. For all my life, just you and I. Brighter than the stars from my window pane, warmer than the morning on a summer's day. The antidote to anything that's hurting me. Not a thing about you I would ever change, I know. Well, all my life, just you and I. And may the stars be light to guide you home tonight. I hope the one you find will hold you precious now. Before you knew my name, yeah, I was a fool. Hopeless little boy trying to break the rules. Now everything that I'll ever need is standing here in front of me. That's why, for all my life, just you and I. Well, I could watch you sleep, never dare to dream that you'd find your way into my life somehow. Well, I get lost inside of those fragile eyes, and I know your smile, it could save my life, so save it again. Ooh, ooh. Please save me again. Ooh, ooh. Please save me again.